In this lesson, we're going to multiply or divide with mixed numbers or whole numbers. Now, when we multiply or divide with mixed or whole numbers, first, write any mixed or whole numbers as improper fractions, and then multiply or divide as usual. Remember that in order to multiply or divide, we're ultimately going to need every number to have a top and a bottom. So we're going to change mixed or whole into improper. Let's take a look at some. We're also going to do a little estimating. In this one it says choose the best estimate for the product. Okay, finding the estimate is really not going to be very hard. Look at the fraction part, 14/19. If the fraction is more than half, if 14 is more than half of 19, you're going to round this up to the next whole number. If it's less than half, you're just going to throw the fraction away. So 14/19 is more than half. So this number is going to be considered to be 2. I'm going to put the approximate symbol. The second number, 3/7. Well, 3 is less than half of 7, so I'm going to just throw that away. So this is approximately 2 times 2, or 4. So that's all we're going to do when we're told to estimate. All right. Now this one says to multiply, but there's no estimating involved. The answer needs to be an integer, whole value, proper fraction, or a mixed number. Improper fractions are not allowed in this lesson. Okay. So I have 1⅓ times 1/7. Step number 1 is get them improper. To do that, I have 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4/3, and this stays 1/7. So I hope this part was okay. I took 1⅓, I multiplied 3 times 1 for 3, added the 1 for 4, keep it over 3. All right, now can I bow tie? No, so multiply for 4, multiply for 21. If it were improper, then I would change it to a mixed number, but it's not. I'm done. I had a proper fraction answer. All right, division. I have 30 divided by 4 1/5. First thing, make them improper. That's 30/1 divided by 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21, keep it over 5. Now that it's division, keep, change, flip. Can I bow tie anything? Well, I hope you don't overlook it. 3 goes into 21 7 times. 3 goes into 30 10 times. Multiply the tops for 50. Multiply the bottoms for 7. Now, that's an improper fraction. That's not one of my format choices. So, I need to take 7 and divide it into 50. Now, you can use a calculator to help you on some of these, but you can't use it exclusively because it will give you a decimal. If you do this on your calculator, it will give you 7 point something. All you write down is the 7. Forget about the decimal. 7 times 7 is 49. Subtract for 1. This is whole number 7 with the fraction 1/7 as the fraction part. In your tool palette, you will find a button that looks like this. And you can either use your tab or your arrow keys to move around in those spots. All right, number 4. It asks us to first estimate and then find exact answer. Okay, this is multiplication. To estimate, 3 2/9. Now, 2/9. 2 is less than half of 9, so that's just going to be 3. I'll throw that fraction away. Times 7 2/3. Now, 2/3. 2 is more than half of 3, so I'm going to bump this one up to 8. My estimate, let me change that, my estimate, and when I squiggle the equal sign, it means approximately, is 24. Okay, that's my estimate. Now, my exact answer should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 24, but let's see. I have 3 2/9 times 7 2/3. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 2 is 29 over 9, times 3 times 7 is 21, plus 2 is 23 over 3. I look on my diagonals, I look up and down. I don't think there's anything I can divide out or bow tie. The bottom, I can tell, is 27, but the top, let's see, 29 times 23 is large, 667. I have to have an integer, a proper fraction, or a mixed number. Okay, so I'm going to divide. On my calculator, I'm going to take 667 and divide it by 27, and I get 24 point blah blah blah. Ignore, clear it out. Now 24 times 27 is 648. Do the subtraction and you'll get a remainder of 19. What does the answer look like? The whole number is 24, and then it is 19 over 27. So your calculator can help you a little bit with some arithmetic, but it won't do this full problem for you. All right, now if you look, these are pretty close. It's an estimate. This actually will round a little bit bigger, but nevertheless, it's a decent estimate. Okay, in the last problem, we're supposed to find an estimate for the quotient. All right, when I estimate, I look at the fraction part. 1 out of 7 is less than half, so I'll leave that as 6. 14 out of 19 is more than half, so I'll bump that up. So this is, I'm going to get an estimate by taking 6 divided by 2. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. And that's all I have to do. So I don't have to do the actual one. So when you're working with mixed numbers, no matter what multiplication or division, you've got to change them to improper fractions, and then at the end you've got to change them back.